The palace sang with joy. Drums boomed, women ululated, and the king ordered a great feast in Mama Ireti's honor. The market women came with baskets of yam, fresh fish, ripe plantains, and palm wine. The air smelled sweet with pepper soup and roasted bushmeat. Children danced, men played talking drums, and everyone in the land spoke of how the brave old woman defeated the evil Agbongbon. But Mama Ireti did not dance. She sat quietly beneath the sacred Iroko tree, her staff across her lap. Though she smiled at the singing children, her mind was heavy. She could feel it. Something darker was waiting. At night, when everyone had gone to their huts and the palace was quiet, she called Baba Sola and Mama Sola aside. "Sit down," she said. The couple sat on a mat beside her. "I have something you must hear," Mama Ireti began. "What you faced was only the first. Those twins were born with a mark. Their souls belong to the light. But there are ancient ones, spirits older than Agbongbon, watching them." Mama Sola hugged Taiwo and Kihind tightly. "What do you mean, Mama Ireti?" The old woman's eyes shone in the moonlight. "In the old times," she explained, "there was a prophecy. 2 children would be born to a poor farmer, and they would carry the light to break the curse on this land, a curse placed by a terrible spirit called Izu Apra." Baba Sola frowned. "I've heard that name. My grandfather told us stories when we were small." Mama Ireti nodded. "It was not a story. Izu Apra was once a powerful spirit of fortune, but greed made him wicked. When the people rejected him, he cursed the land, saying no one born from a poor farmer would rise. Only the twins marked by the moon would break that curse." She pointed at the sleeping babies. "These are those twins." Mama Sola's mouth dropped open. Baba Sola's heart pounded. "Then we are still in danger. Greater danger," Mama Ireti said. "Agbongbon was just a servant. The true evil is waking. And when these children turn 7, Izu Apara himself will come for them." Baba Sola shook his head. "What do we do, Mama?" The old woman placed her palm on each twin's head. "You must raise them in secret places. Teach them the ways of the old ones. They must learn courage, wisdom, and the power of the earth. When the time comes, I will send for you." Mama Ireti stood up slowly, leaning on her staff. "By morning you must leave this palace. Go to the hills of Oran Oak, far from this land. There no evil spirit can smell them." Baba Sola and Mama Sola nodded. Though fear filled their hearts, they knew they had no choice. As the moonlight bathed the sacred tree, Mama Ireti raised her staff to the sky. "Spirits of the old world, guard these little ones. Hide them from eyes that seek them. Let the earth and sky protect them." A soft wind blew through the leaves, carrying her words into the night. But far, far away, deep beneath the oldest forest, Izu Apra opened one burning eye. "The twins live," he growled. "But when they turn 7, they are mine." Before the first cock crowed, Mama Ireti packed a small leather bag with charms, white chalk, dried herbs, and a small gourd of sacred water. She placed a woven amulet around the necks of Taiwo and Kihind. "These must never leave their necks," she told Mama Sola. "As long as they wear them, Izu Apra's eyes cannot see them." The king, though sad to see them go, provided a royal horse and 2 strong guards to follow them halfway. The palace people wept as they left, but Mama Ireti did not shed a single tear. "Go now," she warned. "Hide well. I will find you when the time is right." Baba Sola, Mama Sola, and their twins traveled for days, crossing rivers, thick forests, and lonely hills. They followed narrow paths known only to the old herbalists and hunters. Every night, Baba Sola made a small fire, and Mama Sola sang softly to the twins. But deep in the heart of the earth, Izu Apara sat on a black stone throne, surrounded by snakes and bats. His skin was like burning charcoal, and his eyes glowed like hot coal. A servant spirit came before him. "The twins have left the palace," it reported. Izu Apara's mouth stretched into a slow, terrible grin. "Good," he rumbled. "Let them run." The hills of Oran Oak will not save them when the time comes. He raised one long bony hand and called upon 3 dark spirits, Ajija, the spirit of whispers, Aranko, the shadow spy, and Akuru, the one who steals dreams. "Follow them," Izu commanded. "Do not touch them yet. Just watch. Learn their hiding places. When their 7th season comes, bring them to me." The spirits vanished into the night. Back on the earth, Baba Shola's family finally arrived at the foot of the Oran Oak Hills. The place was peaceful, filled with tall trees, chirping birds, and clean, fresh air. It was peaceful, filled with tall trees, chirping birds, and clean, fresh air. An old farmer named Pa Oyai welcomed them into a small hut by the river. "This place is safe," he promised. "No evil spirit crosses these hills." Pa Oyai was a wise old man with skin wrinkled like a dried leaf and a voice as soft as the evening breeze. He taught Baba Shola how to trap fish without a net, how to talk to the trees, and how to read the stars. Muma Shola planted cassava, yams, and maize. The twins grew quickly, strong, bright-eyed, and full of laughter. Taiwo liked to chase lizards. Keyhind loved to sit by the river watching the water. But sometimes when the moon was full, Mama Shola would wake at night to find Keyhind standing by the window, staring at the hills. "Mama, someone is calling my name," he'd whisper. Mama Shola's heart would pound. She'd grab him quickly and hold him tight. "Never answer, my child. Never answer a voice you don't see." As years passed, the twins grew. And though no harm touched them, strange things began to happen. Flowers bloomed where they stepped. Sick animals healed when Keyhind touched them. And sometimes Taiwo could hear what the wind was saying. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, a voice came to Pa Oyai in a dream. "Tell Baba Shola, the 7th season is near." Pa Oyai woke in sweat, his old heart beating fast. He rushed to Baba Shola's hut. "It's time," he said. Baba Shola looked at his sons, now taller, strong, and full of light. His heart filled with both love and fear. Far beneath the earth, Izu Apra opened both eyes. His voice rumbled like thunder. "Prepare, I am coming for them." The winds on Oran Oak grew restless. The tall trees swayed even though there was no storm. Birds flew in circles, refusing to land. The river whispered strange words at night, and the moon began to rise with a reddish glow. The people of the hills noticed it. "The earth is warning us," old Pa Oyai muttered, spitting on the ground for protection. "Something evil is near." In Baba Shola's small hut, Mima Shola finished tying white cloth charms around the twins' wrists. She held their hands tightly, her eyes wet. "Your 7th season is here, my children," she said softly. "There's a promise on your heads and a battle on your path." Taiwo, always bold, asked, "Muma, why do the trees talk when we walk by?" Keyhind whispered, "And why do I dream of a dark man with fire eyes?" Mama Shola's hands trembled, but she forced a smile. "Because you are not like other children," she replied, stroking their heads. "But no matter what happens, stay together. Never leave each other's side." That very night, as stars filled the sky, a sudden hush fell over the land. Even the crickets stopped singing. Far down the path leading to the hills, a thick mist rose. From it came Ajija, the spirit of whispers, Aranko, the shadow spy, and Akuru, the dream stealer. Their eyes glowed like dying embers. "They are here," Pa Oyai whispered as he stood on his porch holding an old cutlass. Mama Sola grabbed the twins, pulling them close. Then a loud, sharp knock rattled the door. "Knock? Knock? Chidetsit." Baba Shola called out, his voice steady though his legs shook. No answer. Mama Shola's voice cracked. "Don't open it." But before anyone could move, the lamp in the room went out. The air turned ice cold. A voice as soft as the wind spoke. "Taiwo, Keyhind, come outside, I brought you something." The twins clutched each other tightly. Mama Shola shouted, "Don't answer it." But the spirits could hear fear. Outside, the three dark spirits circled the house, chanting words no one understood. The ground beneath the hut shook, the walls cracked. Then a blast of white light burst into the room. It was Mama Ireti. She stepped in through thin air, her staff glowing like a star. "I told you I would find you when the time was right," she said, her voice calm. Baba Sola dropped to his knees. "Mama, help us, they've come." Mama Ireti nodded. "They are here, but so am I." She turned to the twins. "Listen well, my children, you must be brave. Tonight we shall break the chain of Izu Apra. But you must not fear." The twins nodded. Mama Ireti began to chant. The words rolled like thunder. The charms on the twins' wrists glowed. The spirits outside howled and slammed against the walls. Then the earth split open slightly in the compound. A terrible voice spoke from beneath the ground. "I have waited 7 seasons. The time is now." It was Izu Apra himself. Mama Ireti's face tightened. "Come if you dare." From the crack, a shadowy figure began to rise. Tall, with skin like burnt coal, horns like a ram, and eyes of red fire. The trees shook. The wind screamed. Mama Sola fainted. Par Oya gripped his cutlass with both hands. Baba Sola clutched his sons. Mama Ireti stood firm, her staff glowing brighter than ever before. "This ends tonight." The crack in the earth widened. Smoke and black mist poured out. The ground trembled under everyone's feet. From the darkness rose Izu Apra, terrible and mighty. His body shimmered like burning charcoal, his horns curling like giant ram's horns, and his red eyes fixed on the twins. 7 seasons I have waited, his voice rumbled, shaking the trees. Now they belong to me. Mama Ireti stood between him and the children, her staff shining like a piece of the sun. "By the spirits of the rivers, by the gods of the hills, and by the blood of the old ones, you will not touch these children." Izu Apara hissed, the smoke around him thickening. "Old woman, your bones are weak. Step aside or be swallowed." But Mama Ireti lifted a leather gourd tied with red and white threads. "This is the Omi-I, water of life from the sacred stream. 1 drop will tear your power apart." Izu Apara growled, "Then fight if you dare." He raised his hands and the earth shook violently. The 3 dark spirits, Ajija, Aranko, and Akuru, merged into his shadow, giving him more strength. The night sky turned pitch black, not a star in sight. Mama Ireti closed her eyes and began to chant, ancient words no human spoke anymore. The twins held each other tightly. Taiwo whispered, "Kihind, I'm scared." Kihind, though his lips trembled, answered. Mama said, "Never fear. Hold my hand." As Mama Ireti chanted, her staff blazed with light. The charms on the twins' wrists burst into blue flames without burning their skin. Even Pa Oye, brave as he was, fell on his knees in awe. Izu Apara stepped closer, his huge shadow covering them all. "Enough talk," he bellowed. He hurled a ball of black fire at Mama Ireti. Quick as lightning, she raised the gourd. The sacred water splashed into the air, forming a shining wall of mist. The black fire hit the mist and vanished. The ground cracked again. Izu Apara staggered, surprised. Mama Ireti opened her eyes. "Now, my children," she called, "speak the words I taught you." The twins started, their young faces serious. Then, together in one voice, they spoke, "Ai Omi Aina Ofa, we belong to the light. No darkness shall hold us." A blinding light shot from their bodies, rising like a pillar into the night sky. The ground stopped shaking. The evil mist hissed and vanished. Izu Apara screamed, "No, no, they're mine." The light wrapped around him, burning his shadowy body. Mama Ireti shouted, "Back to the earth where you came from. Let this land be free." Izu Apara's body began to sink back into the crack. The night wind howled. Trees bowed, even the stones seemed to shake. "I will return," Izu Apara promised with a final, terrible roar as the earth swallowed him whole. The crack sealed shut. The black sky cleared. Stars twinkled again. The river hummed gently. The night was calm. Mama Sola stirred and woke, confused. Is it over?" Mama Areti lowered her staff, her face pale and tired. "This battle is won, but—" She looked to the distant hills. "A darker one may rise in the years to come. These children carry a light that will forever be hunted." The twins ran to her and hugged her tightly. "Mama, you saved us," Keyhind whispered. She smiled for the first time in many moons. "It was not I, my children. It was your courage and the light within you." The people of Oran Oak came out of hiding, falling to their knees before Mama Areti and the twins. "The curse is broken," Par Ori said with tears in his old eyes. But high above, in the far sky, a single dark star glimmered, watching. The dawn broke gently over Oran Oak. Birds sang once more. The trees danced lightly in the cool morning breeze. The people of the hills gathered around Mama Areti, Baba Sola, Mama Sola, and the twins, singing songs of joy and victory. The terrible curse of Izu Apara had been broken. The twins, Taiwo and Keyhind, now wore new charms made by Mama Areti's own hands, stronger, brighter, bound with sacred leaves and ancient words. The land felt free. The river sparkled like silver and the air smelled of fresh rain. Mama Areti called the people together under the sacred Iroko tree. "Let it be known across all lands," she said, "that the twins of Oran Oak broke the curse of 7 seasons. No child born to a poor farmer will be cursed again. The light has returned." The people clapped, sang, and danced. Baba Sola wept openly, holding his sons close. "Thank you, Mama," he whispered. Mama Sola hugged Mama Areti. "We owe you our lives." Mama Areti smiled sadly. "It was not my hand, but the will of the old ones." That evening, as the sun began to set, Mama Areti sat alone by the river, her staff beside her. The twins came and sat by her feet. "Mama," Keyhind asked softly, "will the bad ones ever come again?" She looked at them carefully, then sighed. "The world is never without shadows, my children. But for now, you are safe. Be wise, be brave, and never forget where you come from." She hugged them tightly. Suddenly, the water in the river rippled, though no wind blew. Mama Areti's eyes narrowed. A faint, ghostly figure appeared on the surface of the water, a man in tattered black robes, his face hidden, his voice a whisper. "The battle may be won, but the keeper of the dark gate has awakened." Mama Areti stood up sharply, her heart racing. "Who are you?" she demanded. The figure vanished, leaving only the ripples on the water. The twins looked up, frightened. "What does it mean, Mama?" Mama Areti's voice trembled. "It means another war is coming, one more terrible than anything we've seen." She gripped her staff. "And this time, even I may not be able to save you." Did you enjoy this story so far? Let us know what you think about the story. To support this channel, please like and share this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. And where are you watching from?